Hello everybody, welcome back to your tropical update for September 14th. We're currently watching Tropical Depression 7 located over the Central Atlantic, making its way towards the Leeward Islands, Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, perhaps the Bahamas and Cuba as well. Let's get into it. Here's Tropical Depression 7, not a beautiful looking storm, but that's to be expected for a tropical depression. Very strong though, healthy looking, sustained convection. Overall, looking good. Likely to become a tropical storm here soon as it makes its way towards Puerto Rico, perhaps south of Puerto Rico, and then into Hispaniola, where due to mountains it will obviously weaken. And after that, it's kind of unclear. And really, even this far is unclear, as we'll see from the models here shortly. Lots of uncertainty in the future of Tropical Depression 7. What we do know is that rainy and windy, although in the grand scheme of hurricanes and things like that, maybe not that windy, weather is expected over the area in the cone that includes portions of the Bahamas, Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, and the Lesser Antilles. So we're going to continue to monitor all those areas. No rainfall estimates from the Hurricane Center yet. We'll have those to you probably and hopefully tomorrow. Tropical storm watches are likely for portions of Leeward Islands later today, probably around the 5 p.m. advisory, perhaps the 11 p.m. advisory from the Hurricane Center. As we can see here, most of the models keep this thing a low-end tropical storm, perhaps eventually strengthening it into a higher-end tropical storm. The H-Wharf model likes to blow up storms. That's that purple model that has this thing going to a Cat 3. And we also can see by looking at the track that it has this storm go out to sea. So that's worth noting, I guess, as a possibility. But it's probably not the most immediate possibility because that would entail that the storm gets its act together quickly. But at this point, it's not doing that. So if it takes its time getting together, it's likely to track over or near Puerto Rico and then over or near Hispaniola. And the question really becomes, does this storm go out to sea up towards Bermuda and the like, or does it continue along the chain of islands where perhaps it may struggle, but perhaps it's offshore, or at least the center of its offshore, and it's allowed to strengthen as it makes its way towards the Bahamas, perhaps even the United States down the line. So a lot of questions, and we'll take a better look at that here in a second with the GFS and European models. As we see here on the impact map, though, low impacts, mainly for rainfall and tropical storm force winds, over much of the Lesser Antilles, Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and much of the Dominican Republic. We currently have a minimal risk over the rest of the areas. Would not be surprised if this gets upgraded to a slight in certain areas due to rainfall, mainly being why it would get upgraded. But wind speed really isn't insane with this one. So again, this is a rain is a huge concern, and with mountains in these areas, that's a big concern. So we'll continue to monitor it, see exactly where the storm is going to go. As we see on the European, it favors the solution where it goes over Puerto Rico, just to the north of Hispaniola, just far enough north for the storm to stay alive, then over the Bahamas, and then out to sea. If we take a look at the GFS, this evolution happens a lot quicker. It also strengthens quicker, and there is less model support. So less model support, strengthens quickly, goes near Puerto Rico, and then straight up out to sea. So we'll see exactly what happens with this. Basically, at this point, what we do know is the northern Lesser Antilles. We want to continue watching Puerto Rico, as well as the Dominican Republic. And down the line, Haiti, Cuba, the Bahamas all need to be watching Tropical Depression 7. So that's all I have on Tropical Depression 7. Today is the Feast of the Exaltation of the Holy Cross. And that's all I have for you. Christ Dixon and Further Catholic Media.